Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be my first impressions of the ever controversial Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. This was on sale at Ulta last week. It was half off and I got the last one in the store and I had used a return to partially offset the cost of what this, anyways, so I got this for like $11 or something. If you have been on the internet at any point in the last year, mostly in the beauty community part of the internet, you know that this palette is highly controversial. Many negative reviews about it when it first came out. A lot of people, they either loved it or they absolutely hated it. It was advertised as a sister palette to the Modern Renaissance. I guess it did not live up to that expectation. I've not used the Modern Renaissance palette. The only other Anastasia palette that I have is the Soft Glam palette. I really have been liking that one. It's more neutrals and golds, and the Subculture palette's just a little bit different. Before we get into the video, make sure that you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you will never miss an upload. I upload several times a week. I don't have a consistent schedule yet, but I do upload several times a week. And if you're interested in seeing my thoughts and first impressions on the Anastasia Subculture palette, then just keep watching. The outside of this palette is a beautiful soft blue velvet with mustard accents and rose gold for the Anastasia logo. It looks like this. This palette comes with 14 shades. There are 3 shimmers / metallics and 11 mattes. And it opens up and it looks like this. I believe this was launched July 25th last year, so it's been about a year since it came out. I don't know if Anastasia has changed their formula or have fixed this palette. The main complaint about it was that there was a lot of fallout. The matte shadows are very soft and that it didn't blend well. So we're going to put that to the test today. All Anastasia palettes come with a double-ended brush. One side is fluffier for blending, and the other side would be more for smudging and packing on shadow. We're going to be going in with brushes that I already know how they blend and how they work, so that we have an even playing field. What I want to do is start out with some swatches. I'm going to do 1 finger and 1 brush swatch. I've seen this on several different videos, so I'm going to give it a shot for my channel. I do have my color switch, so I'll be taking the pigment off of the brush between shades. Here is a close-up of the palette. So first we're going to take Cube. It is a duochrome white with a pink shift. And then taking that on this brush from BH Cosmetics, we'll put that right next to it. Obviously it's a very light shade, so it's not going to show up very much. Next is Dawn. These are very soft to the touch. And incredibly pigmented. This is the shade Destiny. Kind of a good pukey green. This is Adorn. Wow, that's beautiful. The brush swatches are not very impressive. All Star. I did use a makeup wipe to get the shades off my fingers. Next we're going to take Mercury. And Axis, which is such a beautiful teal color. Oh, that is doing things to me. This is the top row of shades from the beginning of the row to the end. I'm going to do the bottom row here. This is the shade Roxy. Electric. They're not very pigmented. Everyone has said this is a very pigmented palette, but it just doesn't really look like it. With a brush. This is Fudge. This is New Wave. They swatch beautifully. I'm just a little worried about their blendability. This is Untamed. They're so... they look so yummy. This is Edge. Beautiful mustardy color. They look like two completely different shades next to each other. Lastly, we have... oh, they're so soft, so creamy. We have Rowdy. It's a very blackish purple. Oh man, I'm transferring. Looks like a bruise. And that is the entire palette swatched with finger and brush. Let's get into a look. I brought you in a little bit closer. I'm hoping that my eye is actually in view. So first I'm going to prime my eyelids how I have been lately, which is with the NYX Dark Circle Concealer. I have it in the shade 01. One day I'll have a viewfinder. And then I'm just gonna set that down with whatever leftover powder is on my brush from yesterday. I'm gonna get my eyebrows up and out of the way. I'm going to be using these 3 blending brushes. There's no pigment on them. I just swirled them in my little color switch from BH. I'm going to take the shade Dawn. Oh, okay, these are a little bit softer than, shit. Okay, I barely gently tapped in 3 times into that color. They're way softer than the Soft Glam palette. Next, I'm going to go in with New Wave. Okay, that's 1 tap. Very, very soft. I've not had a shadow do that before. I'm not digging into the pants at all. I'm being very, very gentle, barely even tapping in. The blending looks like it's fine for now. I'm going to take Untamed next on this blending brush from ColourPop. It is the E2. It's a little less fluffy than the BH one, so we can get just a little bit more precise. Untamed is not as soft as New Wave or Dawn. Well, I mean, it might be soft, but it didn't have as much kickback. Ooh, whoa, I barely tapped into that. So let's blend this. I'm getting a little bit of weird blending on this side. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, it just looks weird on this eye. It's just kind of stuck here and it's not really blending up the way that I want. I don't like it. I'm going to take Axis on a ColourPop E9. It's just a smaller, more precise blending brush. I guess different batch numbers give you different results, and I may have gotten one of the bad batch numbers. It's just like blending away the bottom color. It's going okay on this eye, but not on this eye for some reason. As I blend it, it just blends away. It takes off all of that color that I packed on there. Starting to get there, but it's taking too long to get there. How does it look so much better blended on this side? I'm gonna cut the crease with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer on this small brush from e.l.f. I don't actually know how to do a cut crease. Just throwing that out there. I pretend. And on the cut crease, I'm going to take Adorn. And then on this crease shadow brush from e.l.f., I'm going to take Cube. On this crease shadow brush from e.l.f., and I'm going to highlight my brow bone with it. Maybe not. I don't know know if I like that. It's not getting a ton of pigment picked up. Also, I don't think the duochrome works very well with my eyelids, which are fairly pink and red. I'm gonna put on my foundation and I'll be right back to finish up the eye. So I did my foundation and concealer using the last of my Maybelline Superstay and the Tarte Shape Tape. Going to take Dawn on my ColourPop E9. Wow. Fudge. Rowdy. It's too much. I barely tapped into it. It's too much. And then a little bit of Axis, the darkest teal, just to make sure that the bottom and the top are blended seamlessly. As seamlessly as we can. I didn't really like Cube for a highlighting color. It's just too duochromy. I don't really like pink duochromy highlighters. I'm going to take this white shade from the Soph X Revolution palette. I feel like I look crazy. I'm gonna finish up the rest of my face and then I'll be back with my final thoughts. So that's it for this look. I'm gonna get up close and personal so you can see what it looks like up close and personal. My left eye and I are not really speaking right now. My eyelashes give me a hassle today. It didn't go as poorly as I thought it was going to. The matte shades are very, very soft. There was a ton of kick up. This is kind of dusty anyway from like setting spray. I don't know if you can see, right here is just the kick up that I was tapping off with my brush. It's dusted everywhere else into the living room. It was more difficult to blend than the Soft Glam palette was, but it wasn't impossible. I didn't get a lot of fallout on my face, which I thought I would. With how just soft the mattes were, I didn't find that I got a lot of fallout on my cheeks. I think if you just take your time with it and use a light hand, you can make this palette work. I am definitely more excited about the new Norvina palette that they revealed yesterday, 2 days ago, than I am about the Subculture palette. I'll definitely be buying the new one when it comes out in the next month. Thank you so much for watching my 1 year later review on the Anastasia Subculture palette. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Today's video will be my first Chipotle. This palette comes in a beautiful blue velvet package. This isn't the package, this is the palette. I don't know how to... I do have my color switch, so we'll be switching the shades back and forth every time. That sentence doesn't make sense. Between shades. Are we still very zoomed in?